Marley, and he and Ebenezer will grow up to run a business together.
Oh, I want to be very wealthy.
Me too! Oh, you kids. You politically correct types don't like that. The things make you never hurt a child, I always said, unless it got out of control and killed him. In which case it did. But I don't want to kill these children. I just want to make them behave. Behave, you bitch! Christmas! Hey, Christmas! You have Tourette syndrome. You need to learn to be seen and not heard. Hey, Ebenezer Scrooge, grown up. Merry Christmas, Ebenezer.
Bah! Humbug! Want to put bugs in your hair?
Really? What kind of bugs?
Oh, awful crawling kinds. Beetles, spiders.
Uh-huh. Mr. Scrooge, I'd like you to meet your inner child.
What?
Say hello to your grown-up self, Ebenezer. I hate you!
Why, get right.
What unpleasant people. I wonder what makes them appreciate the true meaning of Christmas by the end of this evening. What do you think? You don't care. Never mind, I don't want to know. I've got a job to do and I've got to do it. Okay, you two, bring it up.
You should be sent to a workout.
You should be sent to a nothing table. Isn't it sad? Isn't it poignant and ironic how much Mr. Scrooge's younger and older selves hate each other? You're dealing with self-hatred, you two, and you don't even know it. Why don't I have many lines? Why does the sun come up in the morning? I don't know. Well, that's why you don't have any lines. Ready, Mr. Scrooge?
Shut up. I don't know you. I don't think they even had hee-haw in 1840s London. Well, good for you. I have time for this. I'm on my way to work.
Merry Christmas.
Bah! Hum.
Luckily, you know, most people... Luckily, you know, most people aren't like Mr. Scrooge here. They love Christmas as I do, and I hope you do too. London is a buzz. London is a buzz. In the Baptist group, they wander to and fro. They come on stage from left and right, from upstage down stage door. They how they going to think they've got a lot to do.
We're all so excited, we're happy and delighted. The fun has been ignited, we grin from ear to ear.
And why is that? The reason is quite clear. That Christmas, lovely Christmas time is near. It's nearly Christmas. Look at all the shopping, you're eating slops. It's nearly Christmas. There's Christmas all the children good as gold. It sort of weighs a ton. This festive Christmas fun. And yet we wouldn't have it any other way.
We love Christmas, Christmas Day.
Here are the Cratchetts.
Bob Cratchett? Haven't died of pneumonia yet?
Well, I'm very cold, it's true, Mr. Scrooge. Might we put another coal on the fire?
No, we may not. We're not made of money, Bob Cratchett. A little cold never hurt anyone.
I have this terrible pain in my chest every time I try to breathe in the cold air.
Really? Well, when you're about to fall over dead, tell me so I can hire your replacement.
Yes, sir. Oh, Mr. Scrooge, there are two gentlemen here to see you.
What did I tell you about letting people wait for me in my office?
You said not to do it, sir.
So why did you?
I have trouble saying no to people, Mr. Scrooge.
Slap yourself in the face, Bob Cratchett.
I'd rather not, sir.
Don't say no to me.
Very well, sir.
I knew there was a reason I paid you your tiny weekly salary.
Why is that, sir?
You amuse me, Bob. Hit yourself again.
Sir.
You're beginning to put me in a good mood. Now, let me go be abusive to the gentleman in my office.
Good morning, Mr. Scrooge. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Bob! Humbug! What's with bugs in your hair?
What kind of bugs, sir?
Oh, awful crawling kinds will emit some sort of foul odor all over your heads. And who said I didn't have a sense of humor? What does he want of me today? Bah humbug Christmas things. Christmas carols make the kid.
Goodness, if we lived in another century, I would say this man has Tourette syndrome.
We're fellow businessmen collecting for the United Way, and every year we give a little bit from our pockets to all the poor people wandering through London in poverty and despair. And we wondered how much we could put you down for.
Nothing.
You wish to be anonymous?
No, I wish to give nothing. Let the poor go to the workhouses, or to the orphanages, or die on the street. I am not my brother's keeper. I am a frugal businessman.
Mr. Scrooge, let me introduce myself. I'm Kenneth Lay. This is my partner, Jeffrey Skilling. Doesn't he have a scary face? Now, let me explain energy. We take the one from a candle stand, we tax the energy. Then we set up a tax-free corporation in the Bahamas. Then we charge poor people and the state of California money for the use of these energy units. Then we say there's a shortage, we triple the price, and we misstate our earnings and expenses. And our scribe Arthur Anderson shreds a lot of documents, and ultimately we make enormous profits without actually offering any services whatsoever. And then we all go bankrupt and retire as millionaires.
Gentlemen, I am extremely impressed with this business proposition. I would like to join you in this so-called energy unit selling business. Oh, Bob Cratchett! Come in here a moment.
Yes, Your Grace.
What is your weekly salary, Bob?
You pay me 11 shillings, sir.
Well, from now on I pay you 6 shillings, Bob.
And why is that, sir?
I'm deducting 5 shillings from your weekly salary to purchase some energy units for your family and yourself.
And what are energy units, so I may tell hard-working, exhausted Mrs. Cratchett when I see her next?
Energy units, Bob, are like the warmth from a candle. I know how cold you always say you are, so I'm buying you some heat. And I'm charging you 5 shillings for it.
Energy units and more heat? I'm sure Mrs. Cratchett will be delighted to hear this, sirs.
Merry Christmas, Bob. Thank
Thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge, I believe we found the business partner.
Merry Christmas. There, I can say it as long as it's something nasty that I'm celebrating. Hooray for more money for me and less for everybody else.
Hear, hear. Merry Christmas.
That wasn't that upsetting. And clearly Mr. Scrooge needs to be changed. So what shall we do next? Well, I think a visit from his ex-business partner Jacob Marley may be in order, don't you? And some scary noises and some rattling chains. Coming right up.
Energy units, what a joke. Oh, how I enjoy how stupid people are. Bob Cratchett, you and your children will freeze just as much as always. And yet, I've cut your salary in half. Next Tuesday, right after breakfast. I can make that one. My previous housekeeper, put to death for stealing. I can certainly make that. Hey, what's that I want? It must be my imagination.
Scrooge, do you recognize me?
Not really.
He's, I am your business partner, Jacob Marley, dead these many years.
But they dressed you. You look ridiculous.
Condemned to wander the earth, day after day, mourning my past mistakes, never to find rest or peace.
Oh, now, this house.
Is this your boy, your servant?
He is my tormentor.
He teases you.
He torments me because I see how sweetly I began, and how empty and callous I ended.
So I see. I'm getting bored with your visit. Can you leave?
Not afraid to talk to a ghost that way?
Well, I don't know. Are you a ghost? I think you could just as easily be a piece of undigested mutton or some still fermenting, half-eaten rotten glove, rice-a-roni.
Treat.
Scrooge, I bring a message. Unless you mend your ways, you'll be condemned to the same fate as I, to wander the earth in torment for all your days.
All right. I'll change, okay?
Scrooge, I'm visited by 3 spirits this evening. Or possibly just one spirit will come 3 separate times and change his name every time. Those spirits are your one and only hope to save yourself from your horrible fate.
Very well. I'll change, okay? Now, please, let me get some rest.
The first spirit will come when the clock strikes 1. The second spirit will come when the clock strikes 2. The third...
Yes, I see where you're going. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm suddenly exhausted. How long? One strikes from the clock. Oh dear. I don't want to see a ghost.
UPS delivery! UPS delivery! Oh, Mr. Scrooge, I have a package!
Oh, really? I was expecting a ghost. The UPS delivery person is welcome to leave. What is it?
A Christmas present from all your grateful friends and relatives.
That doesn't seem very likely. Oh, what's in it? Oh, marvelous. Socks.
Mr. Scrooge, how the ghost of Christmas past?
And you've been reduced to delivering packages?
Yes, but for the purpose, because I'm here to teach you various lessons on how to improve your manner in keeping
Oh,
Christmas.
you keep Christmas. Leave me out of it.
First of all, the way you receive presents is just no good. Now try it again. Now before opening it, I want you to proclaim in loud and grateful tones how lovely the wrapping is.
I don't want to. What was that?
This here is an energy unit that we in the afterlife fashioned into a zapper. And it takes painful, jolting electric currents through your body. And if you disobey, I shall be forced to use it again and again and again. Now, as I said, I want you to make a big fuss over the Christmas wrapping.
Very well, it's very nice. It's so very, very, very nice.
Be more specific.
It's a beautiful package. I love what you've done. I love the yellow ribbon on top of it. Makes me think of egg yolk. Makes me think of vomit. Daffodils. Makes me think of pretty little yellow daffodils. Well, it's a lovely package overall. I hate to even open it. It's just so lovely.
Much better. Now open it and gush about the gift.
Very well. do you suppose is in it? It's too light to be a book. It's too small to be a cast-iron statue of Oliver Cromwell. What do you suppose is in it? Shall I see? Socks! How wonderfully marvelous! Thank you very, very, very much.
That was so-so. Gush some more.
Oh. I love white socks. They're so wonderful. They're so clean. They're so useful. I'm just thrilled out of my mind. Thrilled out of my mind. Can I please stop talking about the socks now, please?
Yes, you may, for I'm the ghost of Christmas past, and we've got a lot of visiting to do. First off, I think we shall see the Fezziwigs.
Oh, not those loud, awful fools.
The very ones. Now touch my arm and the scene shall change around us.
I'm hungry.
So, we're all hungry. What do you want me to do about it?
Give us some food.
This isn't the Fezziwigs.
You're right. I seem to have brought you to the wrong place.
Ah!
Excuse me.
Who are you?
Oh, no one. I'm a ghost. You can't see me.
And I'm just so bad. Why didn't she see us?
I don't know. Something's wrong. We were looking for the Fezziwigs.
Oh, and who might they be?
Employers of Mr. Scrooge, this old gentleman long ago. Now tell me, is this the present or the past?
Every day of my life seems the same to me. I have no clue of the past or the present. Children, are we in the present or the past?
I'm hungry.
Potatoes.
All children want to do is eat. It's disgusting. When your mother finally makes some money, then you'll eat, and not a minute before.
Oh, that's right. This is the Bob Cratchett house, isn't it?
What?
We're supposed to be here much later. Something's gone awry.
I'm sorry. Who are you and why are you here?
Come touch my cloak and I'll try to get us back in time to the Fezziwigs.
What cloak?
Touch my arm then. Don't be so fussy. Touch my arm.
Where'd those two go? The living room and old man. Children, did you see them leave?
I'm hungry.
Shut up! That's strange. I didn't see them go.
Well, at least we're invisible now. That part's working again. Now touch my arm and I'll try to get us back in time to the Fezziwigs. Oh, damn it! I don't know what's the matter. Children, don't swear. We're supposed to be here much later.
Father, Tiny Tim, I think.
I wonder what good news your father will have for Christmas Eve. Maybe Scrooge will die and name this in his will.
That's rather rude.
Did you say something?
No, Mother, we didn't say anything.
Oh. I thought I heard a voice. I'm bored of hearing things now.
Can she hear us?
She's not supposed to.
Gladys, darling, we're home. Tiny Tim so enjoyed looking at all the windows and all the Christmas treats he can't have.
And I only fell down to the ground 24 times today.
Why would you get crutch, you stupid child?
I don't want people to notice I'm crippled.
And if you fall down 24 times, you don't think they'll notice?
Leave me alone.
Leave poor Tiny Tim alone, dear. He's a sensitive soul.
That damn crutch costs half of your weekly salary, and that idiot child won't use it.
Don't need it.
It's a sad family. Don't you feel sorry for them?
Did you hear that? Hear what, darling? I heard a voice calling us a sad family. Oh, and so we are. Where I can see people point at me and at Tiny Tim in the streets, and they say, "Look, there goes that man who hasn't enough money to feed his 20 children. And there's his little cripple boy. But he's a kind man, they say."
If we have some little money, why do you keep adopting children?
Oh, I just love children. We're all children. They're all in a bunch in the root cellar.
Oh,
Merry Christmas, children. I hope you're all well and happy.
we're hungry. We're hungry too.
Children are always so hungry, it's kind of cute.
Mother has a Christmas surprise for you, Mother.
Oh,
love children, darling.
Love children? You stupid as lost boy. Children. Well, I act like I like children.
No, Mother.
Indeed she does not. I'll often tears at her hair and cries out, "I want to let you know when they were 22."
Now, Cleveland, dear God, start me dead right now. I don't want to live.
Well, Spirit, why are you showing me this?
I have no idea. Well, Cratchett, did you ask that horrible Mr. Scrooge for a raise as I told you?
Ah, well, an interesting story about that. You see, I was about to when he called me into his office and told me that he's buying us all energy units of heat out of half of my existing salary.
Energy unit of heat. I may go back right now. I may go back to the wild road backers.
I want to crack up.
Listen, the children are so cute.
Mrs. Cratchett, she's losing her mind due to your business practices.
Oh, fully if she ends up in Bedlam, that's her problem.
I'm hearing voices talking about me. They there running for Bedlam, and I am too.
Nonsense, there's not a saner woman in all of London.
You're missing half your brain, aren't you? Open the root cellar, would you? Children, here's a new little brother or sister for you. Get a name and take care of it, would you?
Gladys, darling, what are you doing? This is a new foundling. You can't throw it in the root cellar yet. You have to cherish it.
All right. Hello, little child. Cherish, cherish, cherish. Get a cherish for a while, would you? I think I'm going to go to the pub, get a drink, and then jump off the bridge. Goodbye, children. Mother's going to go get drunk and kill herself. Do as I say and not as I do. Have a nice Christmas dinner tomorrow.
Mommy, don't die.
Don't tell me what to do. I can't stand me alive one more second.
Gladys, darling, please don't do this. It's Christmas Eve. It's a happy time.
How can Mother leave me, a little crippled child? Not even mention the new foundling, the 2 children over there, and all the remaining children in the root cellar.
My, what a long question that was, Tiny Tim. And unfortunately, I haven't an answer for you. I think we all better cry for your unhappy lot. Right then, on the count of 3, everybody weep. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Lord, they're crying. That was very pathetic. If I wasn't so heartless, I would have been moved. But I wasn't. And why does he keep bringing children home when they have no money to feed them? And don't you agree? Mrs. Cratchett seems like she's in serious trouble.
I don't mean to be rigid, but we really should have gone to the Fezziwigs first so you can be reminded of your cheerful Dickensian boss who was so generous and full of life and showed us all the joyful side of Christmas. We weren't supposed to have witnessed any of what we just saw, and I can't let it distract us.
Oh, I'll just go back home to bed. You go back to ghost school or something.
Now, Scrooge, you will not go back to bed. Now, we've got to make you change your personality by the end of this evening. Now, admittedly, we've had some trouble getting things off to a proper start, but you are not to go back to bed. Although perhaps going back to your residence might be right. If I can just get my astral directions working again. Perhaps I can get us back in time to the Fezziwigs. After all, they're usually quite an audience favorite, and there's no point in depressing everyone with that dour rendition of Mrs. Bob Cratchit, which is nowhere to be found in Dickens.
Very well. Let's go back to my place. Shall we? What idiotic ghost.
and again. I'll let it kick in and then I'll walk directions to the London Bridge. At last! And now the fezziwigs! For God's sake, get a move on here! I demand to conjure up the fezziwigs!
Merry Christmas, one and all,
From your friends,
and employers,
the fezziwigs! And God bless us, everyone!
Tiny Tim says that.
Tiny Head?
Where am I wonder? Things look different.
It's time to stop work, everyone. You two Ebenezer Scrooge, you two Dick Wilkins. Everyone get ready to drink some Christmas punch. Spark with a little Christmas cheer. Get ready to dance a merry old dance with our two matrimonially available daughters.
Why, yes. It is. It's good old Mr. Fezziwig. I recognize him indeed. Why, Dick Wilkins and I were apprentices here, Miss Young Men.
Oh, thank goodness we finally got here. It's the past, and I'm the ghost of Christmas past, and that's where we are.
Oh, where's the Christmas punch? Give me some punch.
Oh, God, why is she here?
I don't know. She shouldn't be here. It's some glitch or other. Just pay her no attention.
Some glitch? Oh, I'm hearing voices again.
Shut up. The lesson for you to learn here is about how well the fezziwigs celebrate Christmas and how they make it fun for all their employees. Can you focus on that, please?
Well, I'll try.
Give me some
Punch, please!
Get this woman some punch.
delicious. Now, as soon as I'm really drunk, I'll want to kill myself.
That's a bit of dark humor there. Now, killing oneself is for other days, not for Christmas and not for Christmas Eve. Am I right, Mrs. Fezziwig?
You're right, Mr. Fezziwig. Holidays are wonderful things, and Christmas is the most wonderful holiday of them all. And why is that, Mr. Fezziwig?
Well, I'll tell you, Mrs. Fezziwig. Be happy and turkey, you're gonna eat turkey.
Be silly and silly, 'cause Christmas is happy.
Scream out the elated, eat up till you're sated.
Be sassy and dreamy and shady and gay. Eat, drink, and be merry. Play games under mistletoe berry. Eat, drink, and be jolly. Ride hay, some tinsel and holly.
It's Christmas and we're glad.
We harvested the sand. With joy we made your land. See now snow is falling, the winter is calling. Our pine trees are rustling.
We're gonna be so
Christmas, Christmas, Christmas.
Be lively and frisky, you're gonna drink whiskey.
Go marching and girly, 'cause Christmas is coming.
Get plastered and tipsy and dance like a gypsy.
Be zestful and singing and singing and singing and happy and eating it. No need to be merry. The days under mistletoe berry. Eat, drink, and be jolly. Run and take some tinsel and holly. It's Christmas and we're glad. The hour is in the sand. With joy and make your man. 'Cause we're filled with glee and joy and cheer. We're pleased and fine till Christmas is here. Christmas, 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 Christmas,
I'm having a heart attack.
No, I think I would remember that. Wouldn't I? I hope I would have.
Oh, it's all right, everyone. Mr. Fezziwig's coming back to life again.
Goodness, that was a close one. Give me some punch and pastry.
Yes, bring him alcohol and pastry right away. Oh, every year he nearly dies of a heart attack. But he just can't help it. Children would have to have a good time at Christmas.
Oh, good. Well, that's the one I was hoping to make.
Okay, I'm ready to die now.
Which way's the London Bridge?
Miss
see you in hell? That's a terrible Christmas greeting.
Grandma, we're going back, back, back. Young Ebenezer hated Christmas from an early age. It's too commercial and it's icky and goody, no, I hate it. Poor Ebenezer grew up in an orphanage.
What? No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I'll get you bored, you ungrateful orphan children.
Suey, come on, little piggies. Here's glop for you, and glop for you. Now, careful.
Look at the poor children in this horrible orphanage.
The children should be grateful for the food we give them. Isn't that so, Mrs. Fezziwig?
My name is Mrs. Fezziwig.
No, of course it's not. It's Mrs. Cratchett.
No, I can't remember what my name is, but it's Mrs. Cratchett. Oh, look, one of the young boys is coming over to us.
Lisa, may I have some more?
What?
Lisa, may I have some more?
Well, this rings a bell.
Well, it's your childhood.
I don't remember any of it.
Well, you've regressed it.
He wants more. Oliver Twist, you are an ungrateful child.
She said some other child's name. You take me to the wrong child's basket.
Just say Oliver Twist. She said Ebenezer Scrooge.
I better say Oliver Twist.
Ebenezer Scrooge, you are an ungrateful child. I don't know why I said Oliver Twist. The other child is Oliver.
No, I'm Jacob Marley.
I don't know nothing by that name here.
I think you're Mrs. Fezziwig.
I'm not. You're the beetle and I'm Miss.
You say so.
I think you don't know what you're doing.
Either you were an orphan or you weren't, but you had a tough life. And it helped to make you the mean man you became. Okay, point made. Let's not get hung up on whether all the details are exactly right or not, all right?
You're incompetent.
Mean and stingy and a terrible person.
No! Don't tease me, bro!
Even my 10 years, the ghost of Christmas past. Now you go on back to sleep for a while, and the ghost of Christmas present will show up shortly.
And where do we go?
You go out to the kitchen to wash out that disgusting pot.
All right.
The children wash the pot and scrub the floors. I don't want to scrub the floor. Oliver Twist, you lazy bum. You'll be fired from your first job.
Nora, I'm out of the floor, I will fail. Minions of the night, send Mr. Scrooge back to sleep.
Two strikes from the clock and all is well. Here I am, back in my favorite chair, and everything is as it was. Clearly, I'm just having bad dreams, that's all. All that stuff about Jacob Marley and Ghost of Christmas Past is all a dream. It's all it was.
I'm the ghost of Christmas present!
God, I've had about enough of this.
Mr. Scrooge, you're being given this opportunity to improve yourself.
Right, but why do you have a beard now?
Well, I don't know. I'm full of Christmas. Mr. Scrooge, touch my cloak. We're to look at the ways in which touching small people all over the world celebrate Christmas.
Little lessons, not 4-year-old.
watch is just valid. I sold my father's watch to buy a present for you.
I hope you're taking this in.
What's wrong with her hair?
Be quiet. Well, Edward, you sold your watch to buy me a gift? I'm so tired. What did you mean?
I got you a beautiful comb to wear in your lovely hair. Oh my God, man, your hair!
I sold my hat to wear a Christmas present.
Another value more than life itself?
I did.
Oh, Henry, this is so tragic!
That's what it is. People giving up things belong to my presents, which are not useless. How I hate
Christmas too. Come, let us go into the other room and kill ourselves.
I love to, but I sold my mother's gun to my arrows. Don't you remember?
And I cannot use the arrows because I sold my bow to buy a copper bracelet for your arthritis.
Wait, we still have the arrow. What if it to impale ourselves as a way of dying?
Marvelous idea.
No, wait, stop it. That's not the proper story. I knew there was something wrong when their names were Edgar and Hedwig. That story isn't about suicidal Dutch people.
Even so, the point is quite clear. Christmas is stupid, and it makes us all do stupid, awful things.
Oh, Lord, no, that's wrong. This isn't going like it's supposed to. Okay, well, I've shown you your childhood, and I've shown you the fezziwigs, and we've seen Christmas celebrated around the world. Now is when we're supposed to go to the Bob Cratchett house.
Oh, Dr. Cratchett. I'm going to fire that man first thing in the morning. I never want to see Bob Cratchett's face again.
You may not live through the morning. Now touch my cloak.
Cratchett's. What a bunch of crap.
Shut up.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Very slow now, children, drag it out. Round your virgin mother and child.
Go on. Make him stop, please.
Infant so tender and mild.
Terribly mad.
Very, very slow now. Sleep in heavenly peace.
No!
Sleep in heavenly
No!
peace.
Go! Make it out! No! Get it out! Great love.
Now you'd like to sing it again?
Are you rolling? Are you rolling?
I'm all right. I just fell down.
You're not going to be crippled like me.
It's sweet of you to worry, Tiny Tim. You're a sensitive child.
If we were both crippled, people might not know which of us to feel sorry for.
Well, then they could feel sorry for the both of you.
Well, that's true, but then they might go into sympathetic overdrive and start to avoid that.
Well, really, Tiny Tim, it's sweet of you to obsess about it, but I'm fine. I just fell down.
Hello, Tiny Tim. Hello, other two children.
Look, children, it's your older sister, Little Bell Holmes. You bring home your pittance salary to help us pay the bills?
Well, I was going to, dearest father, but then on the street I saw such a pathetic sight. A woman of indeterminate age shivering in the cold and clutching the starving children. They were weeping and rending their garments. And with it being Christmas time, I just felt such a tender feeling in my heart that I had to give all my salary to them.
Other children, your older sister sets a good example for the rest of us.
But I had saved enough money from before, with my nighttime job of selling matches in the snow, that I had enough money to buy presents for everyone.
And they buzz.
Would you look at how sweet and touching they are?
If you say so. Just promise me they won't sing Silent Night again.
Would anyone like to sing Silent Night with me? Yarn and table scraps that fall on the floor. It's a little gift to myself that just keeps my spirits up.
It's much nicer than the old one that your mother made a stew out of. Children, where is your mother?
I don't know, Father. We haven't seen her for several hours since you said she was going to jump off the London Bridge.
My gracious!
Mommy! We want Mommy!
Children, let us say a prayer for the safe return of Mrs. Cratchett.
What if she's dead? Think of how pathetic all she's then.
How can Mrs. Cratchett be dead? Wait, I'm gonna need all my powers. Hear me, spirits and ghosts around us. By all the powers vested in me, I call upon the forces of the wind and sea. Cratchett, back to her proper home right now! Nothing. Okay, what if I do this? Cantown lady, sing this song, doo-da, doo-da. Cantown faces all day long, doo-da, day.
God bless us, everyone.
No, I don't want to be here.
Gladys, darling, are you all right?
Spirit, why did you bring this woman back? Clearly she was happy on breaking suicide.
The Cratchits are part of the story. They're both poor and they're both very smart. Now, from now on, Mrs. Bob Cratchit will be hanged. Hello, children. Hello, Bob. Hello, Tony Tim. Mother's home now. Merry Christmas.
Look! Mother's back to her old self again.
Oh, that's right, Bob. What is that hideous thing you're wearing? Oh, goodness, something's wrong with Mrs. Bob Cratchit again. Well, no, you stupid child, I asked you a question.
Well, it's a new sweater I made for myself from the sweatshop.
You're so awful looking. Haven't I told you repeatedly you look like a bowl of porridge?
When you're the bad mommy, you say that. But when you're the good mommy, you stroke my hair and say, there now, little Nell. Who cares if you're homie? As long as your heart is pure.
Well, I'm the bad mommy next. You look like a bowl of porridge. No one will ever marry you. Or if you did find some sorry soul, he'd sprinkle sugar on you, pour milk on you, and eat your face for breakfast.
Gladys, darling, must you continually tell little Nell she looks like a bowl of oatmeal? I know she's not the prettiest flower in the garden, but there's no need to rub her face in it.
And why is she called Little Nell? She's enormous!
Well, excuse me for letting then. Why don't I just fall into a gutter and die?
Finally, a constructive suggestion.
I like Mrs. Cratchit. Is that what I'm supposed to get by saying this?
No, it isn't. Did anyone hear a voice?
Children, your mother is hearing voices. We should say a prayer.
I heard a voice saying they liked me. I haven't heard anyone say they liked me in a while. Ever, actually.
I like you, Mother. I love you.
No, shut up, you just talk.
And the children cried on Christmas, too.
The children are always crying. Our life is so damn pathetic. No food to eat, no coal for the stove. I just hate my life. Does anyone get it?
She speaks up for herself. It's so unusual.
She has a bad attitude.
Exactly. That's what's so delightful.
I just heard a voice calling me delightful. How unlike the voices I usually hear inside my head.
Why does mother hate us, Father?
Look in the mirror, why don't you?
It's Christmas time, only happy, loving, lots of
Cratchett. I love you, Mother. My heart is so filled with goodness, I can only see your goodness.
Isn't that nice?
I have an idea. Why don't we open the presents with little Nell has
Not too loud. I didn't have enough money for presents for all the children in the root cellar. I don't want them to hear.
Okay. Quiet.
Father, a present for you. Mother, a present for you. Tiny Tim, a special present for you. Oh. Child 1, child 2, a present for each of you. I wish I just had a present for a certain spirit I sense in this room.
The spirit?
I just had a feeling of another worldly presence.
She's scaring me.
Now, don't be frightened. I don't even think there are such things as ghosts and spirits. But you may offer it my present if you like.
I'd just like to see if it would take it from my hand. Okay, ghost, I'm going to drop the present now. If you're there, I want you to catch it and make it float around the room. Guess no one's there?
Can they hear us?
They're not supposed to be able to hear or see us, but things keep going kablooey. Kablooey?
That's all right. I didn't want a present anyway, and there's still enough for the rest of us.
See how Jimmer's little friend is? He thinks of others.
Goodness, indeed.
What?
Nothing, concentrate on my presents. Well, it's certainly light enough. What is it?
They're empty.
There's nothing in there.
I guess that's what empty means.
I didn't have enough money for presents. I spent what I had on the wrapping.
The wrapping was very nice. Wish I hadn't torn it up.
Little Nell, you stupid child. That's how you buy presents. I'll actually buy presents. Don't just give us empty boxes.
I didn't have enough money for presents.
Well, then you take the little money you do have and you buy something small and then don't wrap it. Or you give us the money directly.
Well, I thought people would like the wrapping.
Well, I did.
Spirit, why you showed me this?
Oh no, I'm confused.
Mother, isn't it time for the Christmas dinner?
Children, I'm now drinking and trying to drown myself in the Thames River. Do you really think that I have time to be cooking for you? God, when will feminism be invented so people just assume I'm in the kitchen cooking all the time and prosper and pleasant? I wish this were 1977, then I'd be admired for my pleasantness.
1977 sounds interesting. I wonder if they'd like me there too.
You two are impossible. I don't know how to make you learn the lesson of Christmas. Who did that? Who did that?
What, darling?
Somebody did something to my heart!
I thought people would like the wrapping.
Let it go, little Nell.
There's no Christmas dinner.
Yes, that's what you're to. Sit down. Why is he talking this way? Is he a British child?
Yeah, yes, darling. We're all British.
Really? I thought it was from Cleveland. Never mind. No, Tiny Tim. There's no dinner. We can eat the dust on the floor.
Father, Mother, Tiny Tim, well, Mommy was at the bridge, I was in the kitchen, and I cooked the dinner.
Child number 2, you're so good. Gladys, don't you think it's time we gave him a name?
Okay, Martha.
Martha, but I'm a boy.
Okay, Martha.
Mom,
Your mother is difficult, dear. Just be glad she named you anything.
That's right. I'm very difficult. But then again, life is difficult.
Now, darling, can't you look on the bright side once in a while? Our lovely child Martha has cooked us all Christmas dinner. Isn't that worth being happy about?
Yes, but...
Yes, but what, darling?
Yes, but... Okay. I suppose I can be glad about it. It is very nice we can have Christmas dinner and I didn't have to make it. Although, I don't have to do the dishes.
I'll do the dishes, precious mommy.
You always drop the dishes when you do. Hey,
There are carols and hymns and original songs written directly for us like this next one.
Okay. I can be the good mood occasionally.
And then right after the song, a short intermission so that we can use the loo. And then right after the interval, Christmas dinner.